Hey, Jamie, thank you so much for joining me today.
Absolutely delighted to be here.
I know you are in the middle of craziness with your own summit, so we are going to keep this as brief as possible. But I really wanted to take an opportunity to introduce you to my listeners because you are going to be one of our expert speakers at the Become Influential Summit, June 8th through 12th, and you'll be speaking on Tuesday, which is the 9th, all about website tech, which is really your zone of genius. So if you could start by telling us a little bit about your background and how you got into this line of work.
I'm Jaime Slutzky, and I'm so excited to be here. My online journey really began long, long ago. I got my degree in computer science in 1999, and I spent over a decade in corporate IT. And then I quit my job in order to do freelance website development because I wanted to be home to raise my kids. They are thriving. It's great. I was the best decision we could have made. And I still love WordPress website development. It's not what I do all the time, but it's definitely part of what I do. Right now, what I help my clients do, my clients are creatives, they're artists, and I help them create their online tech stack so that they can not worry about the technology. The technology is a hindrance for creatives and for artists, and all that we want is to be able to get more art into the world and more creativity, more fun. So that's kind of where I fall now, is to really hone in on the right tech to help my clients do what they want to and need to do online.
And I think that's so relatable for so many people, even if they don't consider themselves creative or an artist, because a lot of us, you know, we didn't go to school even for business. So we found
Right.
ourselves in this position where we're building a business that was never our goal in life, but now we're so passionate about it. And technology can be overwhelming, but at the same time, so important because it's what keeps your business going, especially in that time period before when you can invest in growing a team. So if you can't have a team, you can have technology that like automates and makes things easier, right?
Totally, totally, absolutely. And it's really important, I believe, to feel confident in whatever tech you are using and have that solid foundation. So that means that it's not a matter of using whatever's the cheapest or whatever so and so recommended. It's a matter of making sure that you are using the best tools for you and where you're wanting to take things. And if they cost a little bit of money or a lot of money, knowing that you are investing in your business. And just like whatever it is that is your true talent, you didn't get to that by watching YouTube videos and doing Google searches. The same thing goes with your tech stack.
Yeah, and I'm with you that I love WordPress too, and I've have experience with some of the free options out there, but those free options are only going to get you so far. So you're going to find yourself in a couple months or a year needing to start over again, and that's a headache. It's a huge hassle. So being able to get started on the right foot is also going to be a huge benefit.
Yeah, and your website doesn't have to be this massive undertaking with 4,000 pages and things like that. And I'm going to get into a lot of this inside my session of what really needs to be on your website so that it is usable by your visitors, maintainable by you.
And that's amazing. It's easy to look at some of the other websites that are out there, like people who maybe are in your same field or competitors or who've just been in the game longer, and to feel like they have so much going on that you then try to do so much, get overwhelmed and get lost. And I think being able to clarify that and break it down is going to be hugely helpful.
Absolutely. I have a very concise list of what you need your website and your online tech stack to do for you when you are in business. It is not, I need it to do 4,000 things. There's only a handful of things that it actually needs to do for you. And I'm getting into all of that inside my session. So it's going to be really, really cool.
So can you break down a little bit like what an online tech stack looks like? Like I assume your website's part of it, but because it says tech stack, I assume there's other pieces of tech. So what else goes into that?
Yeah. So your tech stack is all the online services that you are using. So the most common ones are obviously your website. They're also your payment portal. How are you getting paid for your services? If you are delivering something digital, how are you delivering it? Where does that live? And I also include tech stack tools like Canva. I mean, Canva is a very, very powerful tool, but knowing how it fits in and knowing what its role is. I'm going to use Canva for creating graphics for social media. I'm going to use Canva for creating PDFs. I'm not going to use Canva to create documents, knowing why you're using it. So that's really it. Your Google suite of products, that definitely falls into your tech stack. All sorts of things that you probably are thinking about that you are using or wanting to use. Just knowing what is in this tech stack and knowing why you're using it is really what that's all about. I'm definitely talking more about the website in the session because I want to keep that clean, but there's so much, it's just worth documenting. This is what I'm using. This is how much I'm paying for it. And this is what I'm using it for. Because as you get bigger and bigger and business grows and you bring on team members and you want someone to take something off your plate, when you have a really good understanding of your tech stack, it's a lot easier to take pieces off of your own plate.
And it sounds like you might even be able to reduce the amount of things in that tech stack once you do these audits. Because if you find out that you could eliminate, some of the pieces may cover multiple things. And
absolutely.
You can kind of tighten the ship up, save yourself some money, save your sanity a little bit too.
Yes. I mean, the most common one that we eliminate is Dropbox if you are using G Suite for your email and everything else, because it's redundant. You don't need 2 cloud storage locations.
And that makes a ton of sense. That makes a ton of sense. But so many people use Dropbox, and I think it's just because they hear about it, they check it out. But you know what I mean? It seems like a good option to add on, but they may not think about the fact that they already have something.
Exactly. And, one of the other things that happens is that as we grow our businesses and as we use more tech tools, we end up with that tech bloat and we end up with things in all sorts of different places. So one of the really good things to do every 6 months or every year is to do a tech self-audit and say, okay, what can I clean up? What can I reorganize so that I don't have to try and remember where things are all the time?
And that full circle comes back to your website too. Like, I can't tell you how many times, like, I want to update, I don't know, like a price of something, or even I just updated the name of something. Like, I enhanced one of my previous offers and changed the name. And over the past couple of days, I've been like, where have I mentioned this? And I'm searching it on my website, and it can get overwhelming because you mention it in so many different places. And you're going to talk about organization and updating and stuff. So I'll be glued to that session for sure, because I'm going to be able to benefit from that. And so thank you so much for joining me for just a brief little interview. It's been interesting to learn kind of about your background and how you got into this role. And of course, you've walked a similar path to me and many of our listeners, that you were in that corporate world and left to be with your kids. And I love that you're bringing your technology genius to the summit, because I'm not the only one that needs it. We all need it.
I love technology. I love sharing. I love summits, and I love podcasts. So you kind of hit me with all sides saying, yes, yes, yes. I'm so excited to have been part of this and to share what I can.
Thank you so much, Jamie, and we'll see you in June.